Also,
Hold on.
one last question. 23 books now? that
No,
you have?
14.
14. I'm counting, I guess, the translations as well.
Is it for a website?
Yes, I'll give you my card as soon as we're done. I'm with Montgomery County Television, so as well as my own. Okay. We have some.
It's recording.
Hi, I'm Diana Belchase, and I'm here with the charismatic, elegant, and always charming Beppe Severgnini, who is one of my very favorite authors. He has 14 books in print, and one of my absolute favorites is Ciao America. I think we're a bit of a disadvantage because through your writing, I feel that I know you so well, and of course you don't know me at all.
But that happens with writer. Thanks to you for those kind words. I have to say, of those books, only 3 are in print and available in the United States. And this was the very first. It was published in 2002, but it's the joyful European approach to America. But apparently, quite a few Americans liked it.
Well, it was wonderful. You know, when my cousin talks about Italy to his son, he says, well, the streets have 6 lanes. They don't buy gas by the liter, they buy it by the gallon. Their cars are enormous. When I talk about the differences, I say, go and read Ciao America, because I think it is really one of the best books to identify the differences in how Italians and Americans think. So I think you really captured it.
Yeah, an anthropologist once told me, Beppe, why don't you, I mean, that's a cross-cultural study, it's an anthropologist kind of work. And why didn't you call it a cross-cultural study? And I say, because I want to sell books, apart from everything. And Ciao America is a much better title, and it's fun, and it's basically it's the life of an Italian family. At the time, my son was 2, a toddler. I was much younger, my hair was almost black, and we had terrific 12 months in Washington, D.C., in a small little house in Georgetown, and we simply describe what life is, and things like, you know, you have to learn, if you meet someone, do not forget their first name, which in Italy we do all the time. In America, or take care of your tree boxes, or be aware that people will, if they want, can see inside your house. In Italy, you don't do that. You don't sit in front of the television with the window open. You just close everything. There's
Yes.
lots of attitude different. You know, the idea of, you know, tipping, compulsory tipping is something that we don't know. So I play with those differences, but it's a story about a family and a happy era and a great approach to America. Differences are what make life interesting. I think couples, when the 2 people are different, they probably are going to be a better couple. When 2 countries are different, they're going to find each other interesting. Italy and America are 2 different countries, but that's why so many Americans are fascinated with us, and we are fascinated with America.
Well, but what is the essence of the fascination? What do you think is the most interesting thing that you see here in the United States?
I would use like 5C very quickly. One is competition. It is everywhere. You can see that, and that brings sort of makes life lively, and in economics what it is, even in a difficult time such as this one. The second is control. You are a country not control freaks, but definitely want to have control on things, and you love
Yes.
numbers. Oh,
Yes.
you love numbers more than we do. The second, choreography. You want things to be spectacular. From graduation to football, you want things to be spectacular, and you don't see any reason why something important should not be spectacular. And probably comfort. You go to sort of every distance just to be comfortable. Comfort is a philosophical state. You see how people dress in airplanes on international flights,
Yes.
on intercontinental flight, and probably change. Not to quote your President Barack Obama, but I think change is a crucial. This is a future-oriented country. even in such a difficult time, after a terrible storm and suffering, you can see that people always look beyond what is problems of today. Tomorrow is going to be a brighter day, and that is the attitude that brought America forward, and still is a major strength. But only if you come from outside.
Yes, I think that we really have an optimism here that tell us it can't be done, and we're going to do it. But in a positive way. I wanted to say we're here at Catholic University, where we've just seen a wonderful documentary called Portland to Portland, where Beppe follows the Amtrak train across the United States, 6,000 miles in 18 days, 18 states, where he tries to find out what people are thinking about the politics here and the election between Barack Obama and Mitt Romney. But what most Americans don't realize, mostly because we're involved in our own election, is that Italy just had a major election. Can you tell us just a little bit about what happened in the election?
No, actually, Italy didn't have an election. It's going to have an election next year. It had a change of government, but without an election, because Berlusconi gave up, resigned,
Yes.
Under pressure from the markets, from the international organization, and also his own. He didn't have a very slim majority. So, and he gave up, he resigned, and Mario Monti stepped in.
Yes.
Basically, it's Berlusconi is like an illusionist in chief. You have a commander in chief in this country, an illusionist in chief. We lived through a magic show that lasted 18 years. And Mario Monti, we're back to sort of prose, to daily. He's a man that Barack Obama or Angela Merkel can talk to, and that's what we need. It's not the perfect prime minister. Next year we're going to have an elected prime minister, but we really needed a kind of lull. Berlusconi was, apart from everything, exhausting, psychologically, politically, and otherwise. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much
Thank you.
for Thanksgiving. If I could ask you just one last thing, could I please have your autograph?
Yes.
In my book, and could you
On the
please
record?
also tell us the name of your latest book that was just released and went immediately to #1 in Italy?
#1 non-fiction in Italy, yes, it's Italiani di domani, tomorrow's Italian. It's about people in their 20s. 20s is a kind of defining age, defining decade. And I wanted you Italian to be optimistic, as you are in America, and say, no matter what, things are going to go forward, and you are the one now who have to make the difference. And I give them a few tips. They all start with a T, about timing, about talent, and about a few T ideas. And it's a bit of an American book, not a how-to book, but it's sort of full advice to people younger than me. Let me sign your book, and thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm Diana Belchase here with Beppe Severgnini at Catholic University. I recommend going to see Portland to Portland. It's a wonderful documentary, and to read all of Beppe's books. They are wonderful, whether you read them in Italian or in English. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.